So next week is the beginning of Lent already. It always comes as a surprise. And I'm always struck as a priest and bishop how many people turn out for Mass on Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday is not technically a holy day, but many people obviously treat it as such. So Catholics turn out in droves to receive the ashes as we begin this penitential season towards our celebration of the death and resurrection of Christ. What's striking to me is that we begin with ashes. Think about the natural process of things. In the order of nature, we start with fire and we end in ashes. You think of a campfire. In the season of Lent and Easter, in the Christian path, we start with ashes. We start with the ashes of our defeat, the ashes of our sin, the ashes of our mortality. We end gathered around the fire on Holy Saturday night, when the priest blesses the new fire and lights the new Easter candle. So Christianity reverses the order of nature that moves from life to death. In Christianity, we move from death to life. And that's the whole point, that we move from the death of our own selfishness to the life that Christ wants for us to have, this abundant life of the resurrection. So whatever we do this Lent is really our humble effort to kind of empty ourselves out so that the Lord can be more powerfully operative in our life, more at the center of things, more in charge of our life. This morning I spoke on Relevant Radio and I just posed the question, how would you live this Lent differently if you knew that it was the last Lent of your life? Like if somehow you knew that next Lent, you're not going to be here. This is your last one. How would you live it differently? And maybe at the end, God is going to say to us, it was that Lent of 2020 when you really turned things around and you discovered prayer and grace and faith in new ways. So whatever this Lent is for you this year, let it be a time of grace and of joy and of holiness.